Hi guys, it's Annie from Eclipse All Sports. People have been asking me to do the top 5 cricket bats that we've currently got in stock. So yeah, I've gone through all the bats I've got in stock, tapped them up with a mallet, hit them with a ball, and just checking the responsiveness and how well they ping. And this top 5 is based purely on performance and how softly pressed and how responsive the bats are. Some of the bats I've missed out, they're slightly harder pressed than some of these soft ones that I've chosen, but that's not to say that once they've been oiled and knocked in they won't be as good or better than the ones that I've chosen. But these ones seem to perform the best straight out of the packet, guys, so these are the ones that I've chosen in my top 5. You'll notice that the Gladiator and the BDM Dynamic Extreme are not in the top 5, and that is basically because they've been sold. Otherwise they would have probably featured, as I'm always raving about those two bats. So yeah, we're starting off, and this one is the SS Matrix cricket bat. It's a lovely looking bat. Even though this top 5 has been picked purely on performance, they're still nice looking bats that have been picked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you're looking at about 11 straight even grains, no blemishes. So a nice looking bat, and you're getting a 40mm edge, and you're getting around about 66-67mm spine, and there's a bit of concaving. So let's just have a quick look at the ping and see what you think. So that's down low and that's towards the middle. As you can see, it's pinging nicely out of the middle. I'm only just tapping that, guys. I don't hit it any harder because it'll hit the ceiling just like that one did. So yeah, it's really responsive, really pinging nicely. I'm hardly touching the ball. So yeah, it comes off really nice, guys. So that's the SS Matrix at number 5. And at number 4 is the SF Powerbow. This one has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's got about 9 grains, guys. I hope you can see that there. There is a few little blemishes, and this is the Powerbow Players Edition. So yeah, this is on the same lines as the other Player Edition bats, and obviously the same as the Limited Edition and the Optimus. But for me, this one performed better than the rest, and the only other one that got close was the Triumph Players Edition. That was quite close between those two, but this one just seemed to be a bit more springy and a bit more responsive. So this one's in at number 4. So let's just tap it up and see how it performs. So as you can see, guys, it really does fly out of the middle, and even off-centre shots are still pinging really well, because it's got that fuller profile and there's hardly any concaving. So yeah, it just pings everywhere, and as you can see, it's just banging into the ceiling. So the reason it beat the Matrix is basically due to the fact that it's got minimal concaving. There's only a few millimeters of concaving, so that means those off-centre shots have still got plenty of power, so it just pings everywhere, guys. So that's the SF Powerbow Players Edition in at number 4. And at number 3 is our cheapest bat in the top 5, and that's the Isan X2 cricket bat. And as you can see again, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you got 11 clean grains, guys. So you're getting a lovely looking bat. So yeah, and you're getting a 40mm edge. And if you can see there, you're getting a couple of millimeters, if that, less concaving than on the SF. So it's a really full profile, giving you a wide sweet spot. So yeah, let's just see how it taps up and see what you think. So as you can see, guys, it's really springy, really responsive, and it's really coming off nicely. So it's really flying off the bat, and I'm hardly touching it again. So these bats, I'm hardly touching the ball, not having to put any effort in, and it's just really rocketing off. So yeah, really impressed with this one, and it's one of the cheapest ones in the top 5, and it performs better in my opinion than some of the higher grade Isan bats. Some of the X1s are slightly harder pressed than this, and this just seems a little bit more responsive. But like I said before, it doesn't mean that once they've been oiled, knocked in, they're not going to open up and perform a bit better, and possibly even better than this one. But straight out of the packet, guys, this is what it's based on. These ones are the most responsive, and that's why they're in my top 5. So that's the Isan X2 at number 3. And at number 2 is the Eclipse All Sports limited edition Erebus cricket bat. Some people might say I'm being biased, but let's just show you the bat and you can make your own opinion up. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So you've got 18 even straight clean grains on this bat, so it's a lovely looking bat. You're getting around about a 37-38mm edge. You're getting a little bit of concaving, and you're getting a nice big high spine, but that sweet spot's extended all the way up the blade, so it's a big bat. So let's just see how it responds and see if it's worth being in at number 2, guys. So as you can see, guys, hardly touching it again. It's flying off. It's really pinging. That's higher up the bat, because the middle's quite low down on the Erebus. So lower down, higher up, it's pinging all the way up the blade, and that's due to the spine going up into the handle, down into the toe, and it just extends that sweet spot all the way up the blade, making that hitting area much bigger than on some of the other bats. So yeah, it's just rocketing, guys, and that's why it's in at number 2. And again, that's one of the cheapest ones in the top 5, and that is the Erebus limited edition cricket bat. So I hope you agree with me, guys, that's in at number 2. And next and finally we've got number 1, which is the Isan X Pro limited edition cricket bat. And it's a nice looking bat again. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 grains. Nice clean grains. You're looking at a 40mm edge, and you're looking at around a 66, 67, probably 66, 67mm spine. And again, you're looking at no concaving. It's a really big full profile, guys, giving you a nice wide sweet spot and a big hitting area. And again, that spine's going down into the toe and up into the handle, extending that sweet spot up the blade, so giving you even bigger hitting area. So let's just tap it up and see what you think. And as you can see, guys, it really does fly. And because there's no concaving, there's no loss of power anywhere on this blade, it just flies everywhere, and it's just really softly pressed, really responsive, and this has really impressed me. And it was close between this and the Gladiator, and I gave it to the Gladiator. The Gladiator pipped it, and that was probably because the Gladiator was such a lightweight bat. It was 27.9, and it was just so responsive, and it flew. Every time you just tapped it, it just flew. But this one is probably as good as a Gladiator, even though it's a little bit heavier at 29.8, but it's a really good bat, guys, and it's really impressed me, and that's why it's in at number 1. So yeah, feel free to leave any comments or list any of your opinions or what you think should be in the top 5, but based purely on performance, guys, and responsiveness and softly pressed responsive bounce off the bat, this is the top 5. So yeah, like I say, guys, feel free to ask any questions or leave any comments, and I'll get back to you straight away. Hopefully you'll be subscribing to our YouTube channel, plenty more videos of products and reviews. So yeah, hope you view those, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. You can follow us via Twitter at Eclipse All Sport, and you can also like our Facebook page, Eclipse All Sports. Right, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, see you all then. Bye bye.